Hey guys, it's Kenya here from Kenya Ray. And today I just wanted to share with you a new tool that I recently discovered. I realize it's been a while since I have done one of these types of videos. So I just wanted to kind of share with you the tool that is called Visme. And basically what Visme is a online platform that allows you to create presentations and different types of visual content that's a little bit more engaging. So, if I had to compare it to something, in the same way that a lot of us online creators use Canva as a Photoshop alternative, this would kind of be like a alternative to your PowerPoint presentations. This is probably like PowerPoint times 100,000. I don't know. I think it's a pretty cool tool though. So I wanted to just kind of show you what Visme is, how you can use it, and some of the benefits of it. I will tell you that the people from Visme reached out to me to give me access to some of the paid features to be able to demonstrate this for you. So just know that some of the things that you see access to may not be a part of the free module. Just a heads up. So what you would want to do to get started is you sign up creating an account, which is very similar to how you would use Canva. You have a login and it is able to then save your information. So you can do that to create an account. I have actually already created an account and we'll go ahead and get logged into that. There you go. So what you see here is where I have already been playing around with it. And I created a really cool presentation. I'll actually show you guys that in a moment here. But what I want to do, let's close out of here. I want to go ahead and show you like how you can create a new presentation. So this is kind of like your dashboard of your content that you've created. So if we wanted to do a new one, we would just create new. And then this gives you some of the templates that they have. So different things that you may want to create. And this is kind of nice, like if you're new to using it and you want to just get a feel for how it works or, some of the features that are built in. This is a good place to kind of start. So like you can go through these templates and see, the different kind that they have. And they may even have one for what it is that you're trying to do. So you don't even have to, start from scratch. I think the one that I used on the one that I created, I used this one, which was pretty user friendly. It was nice to use. And you can go in and change the fonts and all of that good stuff. So here you have infographics, which are kind of cool. These are like those things that you see shared across social media and things like that. So these could go really nicely like in a blog post or as an infographic that you share on social media that also points people to, your content, whether it's a blog post, video, or whatever. And again, there's several templates here for that. And then you have here other things. So you have printables, like different documents and things that you might print, business cards, postcards, all that kind of stuff, which this is kind of reminiscent for what you might use Vistaprint for. I know that sometimes when I want to go make something really quick, Vistaprint is sometimes my go-to because the prices are usually pretty nice. The user face or the user interface, excuse me, is simple to work with, and I can get something done really quickly and not have to spend a whole lot of time on it. You also have web graphics, so things for your blog or if you're creating ads, email headers and things like that. it gives you those kinds of things to choose from here, which is actually really cool, because you can animate these things too. So that's also something to consider. And then social graphics, so different social platform graphics. And you see they have it broken down up here by the different platforms. So you have your Facebook, your Twitter, Google Plus, YouTube, and then LinkedIn graphics. So that's all really cool. So there is a multitude of things that you can use Visme for. And it seems to be comparable to something like probably a meshing of Canva and maybe like some of your Microsoft tools is what I would say. So you can go through and create something. Let's just go to the presentation because that's what I've used already. And so I can kind of walk you through that a little bit easier. But here is, let's say, a social media report. So we'll wait for that to load. And this is just pulling up the template. All right, there we go. So as you can see here, this starts us out with just a header page. And you can go through and change these different things. So like if you wanted this to say something different, you can change the text. So let's call this, just to show you that you can change it. I'm sorry. I don't know why my computer seems like it's trying to move a little slow on me. I got everything close. And it's capitalized, so let me capitalize that. If I can type. There we go. So let's call it social stats, and then they have a little bit of lorem ipsum here, which you know is just filler text. So let's just say January 2018 social reporting or something like that. I don't know. I'm not making anything real here, but I'm just showing you how this can be used. So you can update that. And then this down here, let's just say that, you know, we don't want that. You can delete it. Let me just figure out. So this right here, maybe you didn't follow what I just did. Let me go back. So up here, this gives you the layers that you have here on your presentation, right here at objects. So I click that, and these are the different layers. So all of this stuff that you see on this page is a layer. So like this right here is that line, and it highlights, once you click on it, it highlights the item. And this up here is telling you like what color it is. You can add animations to it and things like that. This is the title copy. So this is actually what I wanted to delete. I don't feel like I need this on my social stats report. So if I want to delete that, I can just go here, click the delete object button, and that is gone. And let's close out of this here. Okay. So that's that. So let's just say that I'm fine with this page. This is to my liking. So I want to add another page. So the next thing that we want to do is go over here where the plus button is. And this is where we add a new slide. And this gives you some of the different template pages for this type of report. So if this is something that like say for instance, you know, you want to insert a little bit of graph information, you could choose this one. Or if you like the way that this looks, you could choose this one. So let's go ahead and click that one. And it gave us our next slide. And then this over here to your right is like you're running, showing you all of the slides that you have created already. Okay, so now we're on to slide 2, which it shows you right there that this is slide 2. And you know, you could go through and change this. So let's just say, you know, the colors of this we want to be different. So I have this item highlighted. This is the color that it is. And let's just say, you know, I want this to be a different color. And you guys probably know my brand color is a pinkish color. So let's change it to that. Bam, that's what color I want it to be. So you can go in and change that. And then with this one, if I want to go and do the same thing, that pink color is now there as part of the palette. And you can choose to save a palette. Like once you get your colors imported, you can click down here and say save palette so that going forward, your palettes are there. So like here, I created my Kenya Ray color palette. These are the colors that I typically use. So I have that there. And if I wanted to just be able to pull from that, I could do so. So you can do that. So if I wanted to change this, I have it open, click here, change the color. So that's that. So going through and making changes. Now, this image back here might not be the image that you want. So again, you could go into your objects up here and find where that image is. And it looks like this is it. If you just want to see if that's it, or if you want to see what it looks like to hide it first before actually deleting it, you can click this I button, which you see it says show hide object. So I'm going to click that. That shows you what it looks like without having your image there. So, okay, I like it this way. I don't want another image there. You could leave it be. If you decide that you like it without the image there, then you could go ahead and delete it. If you wanted to put another image in, you have this control panel here with different things that you can put in. And you could choose right here to pick an image. I don't have any. Oh, good. Here we go. We have some already here. So let's say I wanted to use this image. You could go ahead and put that image in. And we could get it to where it kind of lines up. Go to your objects. And I'm sorry, I thought that moving this would actually just move it, but it looks like what you need to do is click arrange. And keep in mind that I'm new to this too, so I'm just figuring it out. So we would want this one to go all the way to the back. So let's do send to back. Let's click here and see what happens. It doesn't look like it has that blue layer over it like the last one did. No, it's not behind that. I'm not sure why. No, that blue layer. Again, it's something that you would have to play with. It did move it behind these things, but I kind of like the effect where that blue layer was on top. And I'm not sure how we got there. I wonder if we can kind of do an undo kind of thing. Let's close this and see what happens. And this is kind of cool too. It shows that the images come from Upsplash. I actually really like Upsplash. I go there for images sometimes. Here we go. Found it. Undo button. Here's an undo button. So let's undo this a little bit. I want to see. It's not letting me undo where I removed the image though. That's interesting. Text. So this is where we started. Content block. What does that do? That changed the background color. That's cool. Here we go. Background as a photo. Let's put the photo there, but what if you want a gradient over it? I wonder if you have to add that on top. So there you have, I mean, again, you can kind of play around with some different things and get it how you want it. But you know, those are things that you could do. So, you know, these are, say, your social channels, and then you can go on to add um, different slides. Let's do another slide. This one has taken over our default color scheme that I just selected, so it has that reddish burgundy color there. The other cool thing that I wanted to show you is how you can add animation to things. And I played around with this a little bit. So you can add some different effects. You can lighten things up. So say you want that to be a little bit more opaque, you can do that. You can animate them. So say you wanted the little Twitter birdie to fly in from the left, and you wanted it to do it at maybe 2 seconds after this slide loads. So apply that, and then you can preview it, and it's going to load. And that's the 2 seconds where the birdie slides in. And you can do this for like every item on the page if you want to. You can sit and figure out like how you want things to come in order. You have the option for the presentation to do like an autoplay. So like once the presentation is opened by, like if you send it to someone or embed it somewhere or something like that, you can set it up so that it plays automatically, or it does these things upon clicking the mouse. So you can choose that. So I thought that was kind of cool. Like that adds another added dimension. You can do that with some other products too, but I just felt like this was kind of a little bit easier to do. Excuse me. And I guess it just depends on your skill level with using those other things. But here, you can name your project. So let's call it social stat report, and then it saves it. And then once you're done with it, you have the option to publish it, and you can decide if you want it to be for the web, which allows anyone to view your project online. If you want it to be private, so you use the link for it, and only those people that have the link can actually view it. I believe you can set it up for a password as well if you want to do that. And then not public. So only you and those that you share your project with your Visme account can actually see the project. So I think this is more for like a team setting. Like say you have a team and you're working on something and you want them to be able to see it, but not everyone else. You can do that. Then you have the option to embed it to a website or a blog. So this gives you the responsive code so that, you know, if you're on a computer versus a mobile device, a tablet, it will size it accordingly, or you can set it at a fixed width, which those options are there. Or you can download it. So these are your download options. You can choose to do that. And your publishing and display options. And this is where you can set it to autoplay the animation. So if you want it to automatically to start to play when someone clicks on it. So again, I just wanted to give you guys a brief introduction to the tool. I think that it's pretty cool. I will be playing around with it and seeing, you know, what I can do with it and possibly using it. So I thought I would share real quick before we exit out though. I do want to just show you, and I'll leave. I will show you the one that I did already create. Hold on a second. I don't know why it took me there. All right. And so as you can see, it already it was saving it. It was saving the project as I went through. So that project is still there, even though I didn't, go through and manually save it. So I think that that's kind of a cool feature too, because, sometimes your computer crashes or whatever happens. Technology, it's a gift and a curse. So it did start saving it there. This right here is one that I played around with the other day, and I will just show it to you. And again, I started using this one from a template. I went in and kind of changed around some colors and different images and things like that. So if we go to the beginning, and if I wanted to preview it, this is what it would look like if I embedded it in my site, or if I posted it online or sent it to someone in an email. And I have the animations turned on this one, so you can kind of see that. And again, I was playing around with these daggone pop-ups. I played around with timing and things like that. It is not perfect, but that's something that you could do, once you got in there and got to play with it or whatever. So again, this is Visme, a really cool new tool that I found online. The creators of the actual tool reached out to me, and I thought, why not give it a try? And once I got in there and started playing around with it, I saw that it was actually a really cool tool worth sharing. So here we are. I am sharing with you the Visme. It says that it is actually in beta. If you have any questions, feel free to drop those. I will tell you that at this time, I am not an expert on it, but I will answer questions to the best of my knowledge, or reach back to the contact that I have for the Visme tool to get answers for you. But drop me a comment and let me know, is this something that you would use? And also, is this a tutorial that you found helpful? If so, give it a thumbs up and let me know if you would like to see more tutorials like this. So until next time, friends.